Good morning everyone, welcome to Cindy M's Crochet Corner. Today we're going to make this really cute skinny scarf is what they call it, I believe. You can make it as a skinny scarf. I like them that way, especially in Queensland, but you can make it thicker if you like. It's just dependent on how many rows you do. The stitch we're going to use today is the Suzette stitch, and it's pretty similar on the back as the front. And instead of working across, we're going to work down. So it's a nice long piece, which I believe works up quite nicely, especially on the edges. It makes it a bit easier. I find doing it the length this long way is keeps the edges nice and clean instead of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you don't keep account of your stitches, you can end up with a wonky border. So this makes it look nice and neat with going lengthways. I'm going to use a 8mm crochet hook, which is US L11, and this feels beautiful. This is Moda Vera, which is part Merino, part acrylic. It's so soft, it feels great to work with, and it does say needle size 8mm here, and that's what I'm using in a crochet hook. And I've just measured it around my neck and down to the length that I want, and I worked out it's about 160 chain to start with. You can do it whatever length you want, just do your chain and measure down and around your neck if you like, however many times you want to run it around your neck to get the length that you want. So that's what we're going to start with, is the chain, and we'll work from there. I'll show you the stitch. It's really easy to work up, it feels fantastic and it looks great. You can choose to add a frill on the edge if you want to. I'm going to keep it like this because I don't like getting it tangled in things. I'll show you an idea there as well if you like, but for now let's get into making this beautiful skinny scarf. And it's quite thick and warm too, having that merino wool in it blend, and I believe this colour is going to be in this year, this beautiful pale blue. So let's get started. So we'll just do a slip knot to start with, and keep this fairly loose. You don't want it to be tight, you want it to be nice and loose so it feels drapey and spongy. So I'm going to do today, you want to do in multiples of 2, so I'm going to do 20 to start with that extra 1 for the turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21 for your turning chain. And this works up quite fast, so you can do it in a day basically. Nice quick easy project. So to start with, we're going to do a single crochet into the second loop, and then the next in the back bump only we're going to do a double crochet, and this is why you want to keep it nice and loose, because we work in the back bump only. It gives you a nicer edge here when you're starting. So we're just going to alternate from a single crochet in the back bump to a double crochet in the next, all the way across. And just take your time on this one. Make sure it was nice and loose at the start, so it should be okay. Now, also just a tip here, you can use a bigger crochet hook at the start if you want. If you feel your work gets that curve, use a larger crochet hook to start. But I've keeping it pretty loose here, so I'm not too worried. So working in the back bump, you can see it there. That's the front of the stitch, that's the back bump. So just alternate single crochet and double crochet all the way along, keeping the tension off your work. And there. And then this is just like the foundation row to start this Suzette stitch. Just watch you don't catch it there. There you go. So this pattern pretty much looks the same on both sides, and we're going to do work in the single crochet row on the next. So make sure you do single crochet, double crochet in alternating all the way here first. And if you're not sure, just have a look at your work and you should be able to see the double and the single. Just make sure. So have a look through your work and you can see the double and the single. Single's got like a V, the double's got that extra little turn. So V, turn, V, turn, V, turn, V, turn, V, turn, V. Now it looks like I've done two singles there, so I'm just going to back that up a sec and make sure that's a double. Okay, sometimes I get ahead of myself. And a single. Alright, I'm just going to finish this little bit and I'll show you the next row. Looking good already. Alright, so just coming to the end here, and this one is going to be a double crochet on the end. So make sure you have an even number of stitches before we start the next row. Do one chain, turn your work. Now on the next row, we want to build this up a little bit, so make sure you've got two chain at the end, and then we're going to go into every second stitch, which will be your single crochet, and we're going to do a single crochet and a double into the same space. Alright, so skip one into the next. You can see it kind of forms this bit of a gaping space here, so you want to go into there. So single and double into the same space all the way across. Single and double. Keep your work nice and loose. So skip one into the next, single and double, and that's all we do all the way through this project. And so it's completely up to you how many rows you do, but this is the first of the, you can do a 2-row repeat on this one. Makes it look quite nice, and it's just such a great project. It's so easy and great as a gift, someone you care about, or just as, you know, for yourself. Keep you nice and warm. You can make gloves to go with it, and you can actually make this a lot thicker if you wanted to. Just keep doing your rows. I used about a ball and a bit on this other scarf that I made, so make sure you got at least 2 balls when you're doing this skinny scarf. So the last space here, I would just do a double crochet just at the end there, and single chain, and then just turn your work, and that's your first row complete already. Isn't that fantastic? So you just keep working back and forth, watching your ends, make sure you've got the right amount of stitches, because you want to keep those ends nice and straight. So always do just 2 chain at the start, and then you can see where you need to go. You just skip one into the next. So single and then double. 2 chain at the start, single and double. So skip one into the next, single and a double crochet. Okay, I'm just going to work to the end and I'll show you another row. Works up pretty fast though, and it feels great. And I love the pattern too. It's quite delicate and dainty and easy. Alright, I'll keep going. Alright, so I'm just doing one more row and then I'll show you how to do the tassel. So you're just doing single and double. And just make sure in that last one you do a double, just to keep your sides nice and straight. Always double at the end and always start with 2 chain at the start. Okay, so that gives you an idea with your skinny scarf. And that's a Suzette stitch, and it looks the same on the back or the front, which is what I love with this stitch. And it works up quite fast. So I'm just going to go back to my main scarf now, and I'll just show you a bit of an idea on how to do a tassel. So to do a tassel, I'm just thinking of a fairly small one. I don't want to do too big, but I'm going to pull it to the, say, because I want to double it over, so probably about there. You need to measure it the same every time, so I'm going to do it, say, the length of my placemat here. So let's try this. So the length of my placemat each time, just so I've got the same, you want the same length each time. And all you need to do really is just to twist it. So you can twist it with your finger or you can twist it with your hook, but just do heaps. Just keep twisting until it's really tight. Because the idea is we want it to fold back on itself. So something like that. Just gives it a nice tassel. So you can make it as tight as you want, or completely up to you how tight you want to make it. So once you've got the tension that you require, just twist it together. So you doubled it over and twisted it. You've got the loop back here. I'm just using a 5mm, a bit smaller, so I can work in between the stitches here, and just do a slip stitch, pull it together, and then do it again. Pull it to the length that you did the first one. I'm doing it as long as my placemat, and then just twist it. So twist, twist, twist. Lots. Makes it easy, just twist. And then we'll slip stitch it in. So make sure you get a good tension on it, and you want it to be similar to the last one. And that's all you do, is just pull it to length, twist, slip stitch it in, and do the next one. So I think that's quite tight enough. So just bring it back to where you start, and then twist it together. Get a nice twist, so you want it to be similar to the last one. And you want them to be the same length. Okay. And then just feed that in and do a slip stitch to pull it together, and I just do another slip stitch just to lock it in place. And that gives you an idea on how to do just a bit of frill on the end. So pull it down to a measured length that you've got each time, and then just twist it. Twist it, twist it, twist it. And then you're going to double over itself and slip stitch it in, and just keep doing that for the width of your scarf. And that's just one way of creating a frill. You can do it other ways by just cutting the same length yarn and threading it through together. So that's pretty tight. Okay. Come back to the next section there. Twist it together. It'll actually naturally fall, so just just undo it if it's not quite the right length, and twist it together. And use your hook to do a slip stitch into the next section. So just work your way across the base of your scarf. So slip stitch into there and into there, and then pull your yarn up again and off you go. And that's how I would do the last little part of the scarf. And just keep going until you get to the other side here, and you're done. Do the other end and you're complete. If it doesn't look quite right, just twist it a bit more, play with it, redo it if you have to. You can undo it, redo it. I'll just do one more. Just twisting, so to the same length, and then just twist, twist, twist. If there's a quicker way, do it. I just think this is pretty easy. You might be able to use this and just twist. That way is probably easy too. Just keep doing it until it gets really nice and tight. And then we come back to the start, pop it in, and do a slip stitch to there, and then just adjust it out. There it is, and it'll twist for you. Okay, and that just gives it a nice edge, a nice sort of completed scarf then. Alright, so if you enjoyed this tutorial, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. It's very easy. You can do it a lot thicker if you like, completely up to you. But thank you for joining me on this one, this skinny scarf, and I look forward to seeing you on my next project. It's going to be a little different. Please stay tuned, hit the notification bell if you'd like to see the next project. I will see you soon. Have a great day.